Here we go, as people can hear me now, but they can't see anything. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus, as I remember to unmute my party this time. Players.
Yay! There we go.
Before you jump too far into it, a couple of quick shoutouts. Big thanks to Team MZ, Many Sided Dice, Streamlabs, OBS, and Twitch, and our favorite friends way up north, Little Dragon Corp. If you haven't checked them out yet, you can pop into the Twitch chat. Thank you very much, Sarah, for already having it in there. Exclamation point Little Dragon. We'll bring up a link to their website. Don't forget to use the discount code PROBONUS to get 10% off their 10% off your order. Because hey, they're Canadian and they're cool like that. So definitely go check them out. They've got a lot of cool stuff going on. And what else are you gonna do right now? So is big thing, like all of you know, we do have streams every night. Check them out. We're trying to run some other things as well as things happen. So always something going on here to keep you entertained with your gaming and nerd needs. Before we jump into this week's session, quick thing you will notice that Artemis has sort of been shuffled over a little bit at Sweet William's frame for the moment. Lemon's running just a couple minutes behind him, is going to be with us shortly, which is why I haven't fixed the cameras. And we have Jack with the Nat 20 this week, which, may or may not be important, starting right off here. As last time our party had come up with a plan with their ally Seckless to get in to see the Viceroy, obtain some information, and it was basically preparing for battle. Through a couple of decent checks, the party started to realize that something wasn't quite on the up and up here. We're starting to get a little uncomfortable, as all of a sudden the Viceroy vanished. As combat with the couple of readily dispatched guards and a hidden creature inside an illusionary chest went down, Artemis recognized that the Viceroy appeared to have left via a teleportation circle. And then the party, after a couple of more moments after dealing with everything, proceeded to basically rob the place blind. And due to a couple of thrown candelabras, some fire spells, and a little help from Seckless, the estate was set on fire. As they made their way out, Lydia stopped to drag the old blind man who was just sort of up at the pedestal as people walked in. And the party had stopped to talk to two guards, claiming that the Viceroy was injured in the house. Someone needed to go save her, as they were sort of rushing out of the building. And as the two guards looked at each other, that's where we had left off last time.
Oh god.
And that is where
I saved a defenseless old blind man. Doesn't that mean anything?
And that's where we pick up this week's session.
Yes, he's your pet now.
As the two guards are looking at each other. Well, actually, and I should shout out to players, just so those at home are aware. They also did level up to level 5 last week. So
yay!
They have some new abilities, but they haven't had their long rest yet. So any bumps and bruises they've still got are still present. So as the guards are now looking at each other, the group of you, as you've called over to him, can hear a couple of just a very muted conversation happening between the two of them. One of the two guards takes off running towards the group of you and runs right past and starts charging into the house. The other one is back over by his little guard post just inside the gate. It's sort of beckoning over to the group of you. Come over here, get away from the house. And starts beckoning the group of you closer.
I trot on over. My
Yeah,
buns are toasty warm. Don't need any more.
Lydia, you're the one who was helping him. Are you leaving the old man sitting on the stairs, or are you bringing him over as well?
I am guiding him gently away from the house. Okay, mister. We're gonna move away from the house. It's on fire. I'm sure you felt the heat. It's very hot. Come with me.
He's again just sort of shambling beside you, just sort of very sort of Weekend at Bernie's, just sort of that.
Okay.
Sort of
I'm
like,
big. I can kind of move him along.
Yeah.
Who is right beside me? Party wise, I would probably be near the back. Whoever it is, I'm going to bump them and say, distract the guard over there, and wait for about 5 seconds, and then turn into a cat and run into the building trying to follow the guard.
Okay. So we'll say for argument's sake where William's not here that William will let's see, what is I take a look at William's sheet here and see what William's got some skill in. Give us a best shot at doing something that'll get this person's attention. Okay. Oh, okay. So William's pretty good at acrobatics, so William is going to basically pratfall and just sort of like trip someone, do like a roll and pick himself up, or at least attempt to. So let's see here.
Like a Willy Wonka roll where he like is walking and then suddenly collapses and then rolls in a somersault and
then stands right exactly.
Okay.
And as this happens, the guard immediately comes around. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Williams pops back up. So you've got your shot. You're changing into a cat and charging back into the house?
Yeah, I would be dashing after the guard, and I have 40 feet of regular movement, so I would hopefully catch up to him and try to trail him through the house, see where he's going.
Oh, okay. So it's easy enough for you to catch up as the guard sort of, as William's popping back up on his feet, the guard's coming over, helping William up, getting the rest of you over. As you're sort of closer over here now, noticing it a little better than you did when you first came in, too, there's a small, looks almost to be like just a very small guard post right inside the gate, which, mind you, is still closed from when they shut it earlier. As you're looking into this post, as the group of you are all sitting over, you do notice that it's about 10, 15 feet wide, about no more than like 7, maybe 10 feet deep. As you go in, there's a single chair, a small desk, and there's a set of stairs that goes down and disappears into dark.
Is it my guess that the man went there?
Well, oh no, this is for the rest of them, because you were following the one back
yeah.
into the house. So this is the
I
group being outside.
I sit the old man down
Suspicious at all. Sorry.
and I'll ask where it leads. So where do those lead? Are we allowed to know?
To the barracks. Outside, there's a door down at the bottom of the stairs. Lock and key. Another one down the other end of the hallway. Leads upstairs into the barracks that are... if you were to hop over the wall, go 3 buildings down and 1 in. That's where the majority of the guards live.
Oh, wait, should we tell them that the building's burning, or do you think they know?
I was told to bring you over here.
Monsieur Garde?
Nudge Lydia kind of with my elbow after she says that.
Monsieur Garde, would you please, it is, I think, time to open this front gate.
And he sort of looks down at you for a moment, looks back. I was just told to bring you over here and to wait for him to come back. He's the one in charge.
Oui, but the house is on fire. The bucket brigade will have to get through. Is it better not to open and let them have clear access for when they come? You don't want the house to burn down, no?
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
The dice is an 18. Where's my character sheet? My persuasion is +2, so a dirty 20.
Okay, he's gonna start hemming and hawing a little bit. I'm gonna catch hell for this. And goes over, goes to start unlocking the gate, and goes, runs back over, goes to the small desk, and you watch he picks up looks to be a short bow and a funny looking arrow. Comes running back over, unlocks the gate, opens it up. Once he pulls out the arrow, pulls it back, and fires an arrow almost straight up into the air. And as it starts sailing up, we're going to jump into the house over to Furia, who has caught up to this guard. As you're watching running in, the first thing you notice is as you catch up to him, literally, he's maybe about 15 feet in the building at this point as you come cresting through the door. And you notice as he's turning around and looking, as there are vases and things knocked all over the floor. Things that you guys had damaged on your way out of the building. As you're looking around, you're going, what in the... And sort of shakes off, runs up towards the podium, bangs the right, and starts running down towards the Viceroy's office.
I'm on his, well, not heels, but definitely following him.
Oh, okay. And are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just a cat
I'm a
wandering
cat.
around?
I mean, I'm going to
Okay.
be as quiet as a cat can while running down hallways that are on fire.
Yeah, it's
So
and
not really
you're
stealthy.
Yeah, and at the same point, you're not making a whole lot of noise over his, the slight jangling of his armor, the boots on the tile floor. As he starts getting towards the door, you watch as he slows down, as his head drops, as he's now looking at the body of the white that is laying on the ground. Looking at that for a couple of seconds.
The body of the what?
The creature that Jack and William had killed.
That friend, though. Okay.
And then after a couple of seconds of looking, going, shakes his head again, looks in the door, and as you're sort of cresting on that far wall and looking in, the room is almost completely ablaze. You can see the doors are catching fire. But again, as you're poking around, and he's head in covering his arms, see. You watch, he's going in. Lady Elisa! Viceroy, lady! And he starts to turn and looks, and you watch as he glances down and sees a leg. Starts pulling over and starts dragging one of the guards, pulling towards the door, and looks down and just sees all of the wound, and the body is getting rather badly burnt at this point. But you can see, oh shit, they killed her. They killed them all. And he turns, doesn't even notice you, and starts taking off running back towards the exit.
I'm going to follow him.
Okay,
Still be a cat.
as you're charging back outside, at this point, all of you out front, the gates are now swinging open, and this arrow is sailing up into the air. It gets about 75 to 100 feet up in the air, and you watch as it almost pops. And you see a small cloud of red, almost like smoke and dust, plume out in the air and just slowly start to drift a little bit down.
Soon as he has done that, has opened the gate, and he's set off his flare or whatever, and is turning back, Jack pulls one of her guns and points it at his head. And I would like to hold an Eldritch Blast. So essentially, the end of the gun glows purple. She says, "We are going to leave now."
Okay, go ahead and make your intimidation check.
I would listen to her. She's kind of crazy.
I guess let's.
Like more so than me. That's saying
I'll
something.
elaborate, and I'll use my my golden 20 here. She holds the gun and she says, "We are going to leave now. I am going to
Okay.
use the benefit of the doubt and assume that you are only hired help, and you have no knowledge of what it is truly that goes on in that house. Trust me when I say this to you. The Viceroy is not a woman that you wish to associate with any longer, I think. But let me make clear. What is going on back there? You have two options as it is now. You can try to stand in our way. And she nods her head towards the currently burning house. And that is roughly how that will turn out for you. Or you can step out of our way and we can be gone. And you can keep your life. So if I use the golden D20, the intimidation roll would be a 25.
As you're standing and saying this to this person and again, for those of you not really listening, just looking at this image of this small halfling woman holding a pistol up to this human's head, it almost looks comical.
Okay.
As those of you standing behind Jack notice that the guard literally pisses himself. And immediately just takes off away from Jack, running into the guard and just runs down the stairs.
Time to go.
Yes, we have to go now.
Leave that one. She points at the blind guy.
But will he be okay?
He's outside of the house. He'll be fine.
Okay. What about Feria? Do you think she'll be okay?
She can handle herself. I think she knows when it's time.
Okay.
Not
to
it
get
is her
out.
own fault. She should not have gone back into the house.
She's a cat and she has 9 lives, so he's pretty lucky.
Okay. Where do you think we should go to meet up with her?
Just away from here now. I think he
Go
just
back to
raised the
boat
alarm
and we
with
can
that.
leave the
So
city is what we should do.
Oh, right. Yes. Let's do that. Do we have to go to the temple? I forget and tell them everything that happened.
Jack kind of just turns towards Sackless. You are able to handle this, no?
It just sort of looks at you. Let's deal with it later, maybe. It just starts taking off down the
That
road.
sounds about right.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll follow behind Seckless and just take off.
Well, where's Seklis going?
It looks like he's just running straight down the main drag.
Away from the burning building, probably.
Okay.
As,
I
as
will
you guys
not
are starting
run,
to move,
but I will walk with purpose. Because running looks suspicious. Right?
I'm running to keep up
or-
with Lydia.
Oh, are there other people running now? By now?
at this point, as the gates open and that red smoke is off, you're starting to hear people yell fire.
Okay.
So it definitely looks like this was something that they may have in place when something like this happens.
Okay.
To sort of signal to people that something's going on.
Okay. I'll start yelling fire and walk with purpose down the street.
Oh, okay. So, about this time as you guys are taking off, Furia, this guard comes running out and you see him stop at the end and he's sort of looking at... You can see your group members are... Seckless is running almost full sprint down the street. Some of the others are sort of rapidly walking or walking with purpose away from the building. And he's looking around. No. He takes off running towards the guardhouse.
I'm going to get as close as I can, but act very much like a cat. Like, curious, but, if he really stops and looks suspicious at me, I'm going to be, stopping and, licking a paw or just being a cat and walking right up to him, like, taking no interest, but all the interest in the world at the same time.
Oh, okay. So as he comes running over and you're sort of falling behind, and he runs in, he starts looking through, and you see him scan through that same little table that the others saw as they came over here. Looking, damn, took the bow, and he pulls out this odd-looking arrow, and he looks like he's looking for a bow.
Okay.
God damn it. turns around and sees you sitting at the door. Stupid cat, and like, kicks at you. Doesn't actually kick you,
Okay.
but like kicks like right in front of your face, trying to spook you to sort of like scare you off.
I sort of indignant cat stand up and stretch and then move over about 2 feet.
He comes walking back out the still holding the thing, comes over to the blind man. Hey, you know who they are, don't you? You mock them. The old man turns towards her. There was one. She put a hand on me. Should be easy enough to find.
Ah, no good deed goes unpunished.
Who could have guessed that escorting the dude in the evil vampire viceroy of the city's chambers out
I told you.
would have
Lydia,
worked
I
out
told
totally
you.
right?
He was blind. That's bad.
And Furia, as you watch, the old man sort of shimmers and then just sort of fades. And seems to be gone.
Oh shit.
He was a ghost the whole time.
So what are you doing, Furia? Your party's taken off down the street. The guard just kicked at you and you sort of walk by and he's still apparently looking for something.
Still looking for some sort of.
You can see he's got some sort of an arrow in there. So you safe assumption is he's looking for some way to fire it. When you're looking at it, though, again, you didn't see the first one get shot, but it's basically looks to be a little shorter than a standard arrow, but the end of it has basically what looks almost like a toilet paper roll tube on the end of it that's wrapped to the bow, to the tip of the front of the arrow.
Yeah, I don't think Fury would actually have seen something like that before at all. Even like a firecracker
Probably
or something.
not. Yeah, probably
No.
not. It's just, it looks like a rather odd arrow, but
Fury is probably thinking, that must be really awkward to fire with all that weight at the end of the arrow. Like, what the heck? So I would start to meander my way very slowly outside the gate while it's still open, but still sort of keeping an eye on the guard to see what he does. If he does find a bow of some sort, to see what he does after he fires it.
oh, okay.
I'm not too worried about my party because they seem to have left. Other than the fact that, they can track them. That's a problem for another hour.
So, as the rest of the party is still making their way in, for the rest of you, as you're moving through, you're starting to see other members of wearing that same uniform of the guard coming out. This time, though, dragging, basically like rickshaw style 2-wheel carts. Looks to have large barrels on them. It seems like more of a fire brigade-esque type of group. Come and run up and just plowing through the group. If people aren't moving, they're just running them over. Bringing these things through, just large barrels of water. Heading up towards the Viceroy's estate. As you're sort of meandering out, keeping an eye on, you start to see these same groups coming, as well as you see coming from another section that the previous guard mentioned, coming down along the wall. A group of guards wearing very highly polished, it looks to be like silver iron. It's almost a mirror finish on this armor. Cape flowing down behind them, helms covering over everything except for just a small slit for the eyes.
Does it look similar like the 2 guards we killed in the office?
Similar designs on the front of it in terms of the imagery and the design of the armor, but it looks like this is you would take this to be like a higher member of their order. Maybe if they were privates, this would be a sergeant or something of that. It looks like the armor's a little nicer, a little more polished, and not so rank and file. But there are 3 of them now coming down from that direction, heading towards. And as they catch up and they can see him running around panicked and see the garden, they start having a conversation. Yeah. Oh, a group of them. I could have sworn there was 6 of them, but I thought there was 6 when they came in. But then, oh wait, no, I guess there were still 6 when they left. I don't know what they did with the 7th one. They brought the murderer in, and then, I don't know, they killed the lady. They killed the guy. Everyone said the house is burning. I don't know where he went. The arrow's gone. And guy rips the arrow out of his hand, and as you watch, he fires off that arrow into the air. Again, much like the other saw, this sort of wobbly flight up, about 55, 60 feet up. Yeah, that same sort of slight pop. This time you see almost looks like a small smoke cloud. And you being right in that area can start to hear more shouts. And it seems to be like whatever this one was sent off means, it's got people's attention. So we're going to jump over to the rest of the group that has been making their way down through the city. What is your rough order? Is Jack is pretty much taking point in getting you guys out of there.
Okay.
Before everything hit the fan. Are all of you still moving bat out of hell? Or are you sort of trying to duck in? What's the party's plan as you're moving away from here?
I think that we should start to look less suspicious moving around. So.
I had already taken off with, as soon as Seklis had left, I followed him immediately.
Once they're within probably a block, I guess depending on what everybody else wants to do, Jack's first instinct would be to do like they did before, where it's
duck in an alley.
Everybody just scatters.
Oh, okay.
And tries to look at, gets sort of far enough away, and then just sort of becomes inconspicuous. And instead of being one moving group of 6 people, they're all individuals.
Okay.
Make them harder to find. That would be Jack's instinct, but she's not gonna presume to give orders to anybody else once they're out.
No, that's a good idea. I'll peel off with Artemis if that's okay. And I'll head south with them.
Okay, so Snowmoon, you said you were trotting along with you were following Seklis. Would you keep trying to keep pace with him, or would you sort of be splintering and doing your own thing?
So, are we seeing any of this fire team or these guards? Are we seeing any of this where we are?
From where you are now, you've just seen the first couple of people come running through with the giant water barrels.
Okay.
So they're coming again. They're right up that main. Literally, they're coming right up this main drag right here through the castle ward. Oop, no, don't click on that. There we go. So they're coming right up that main drag. Basically, it's the same main street that Seklis took off charging down.
Okay.
So as you guys probably got about 150 to 300 yards down that street, you started to already see these people coming out as this thing had been fired off, and it's fire. Looks like, again, for all the ladies, shortcomings, it seems like she's doing a pretty good job running the city. So they're on their way already after just a few moments of being alerted that there was a fire and, heading to where that red smoke was. As you've gotten there and they've run past, you're starting to hear more of a commotion from around, just in general. Go ahead, all of you, with the exception of Fury, who already knows it happened, make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, that's not the...
So.
And a natural 20.
Oh, nice!
A
14.
I can't tell if that's showing up or not.
Sure. Okay, give me a second to grab
Nice. Good job.
sheet here. Normally does it in the system. We'll roll in the system.
I like
Okay.
these guys.
So.
Oh, my total roll is a 24, if that makes a difference.
No, it's not an overly difficult DC.
Okay.
Maddie, what'd you get?
17.
Okay, so basically everyone but Lydia. Don't know how the tallest one didn't see something up in the air. But
I wasn't looking.
So Jack, Snowmoon, and Artemis. As the fire brigade sort of made it past you guys are still working your way down. All of a sudden, you start to hear more of a ruckus, and you start to hear shouting coming from behind you. And as a group, you just sort of glance and sort of look around. You see another pop of grayish-black smoke. And all of you think, seeing roughly where it is in the air, you're pretty sure that came from near the Viceroy's estate as well.
Okay.
And that's something else that, some other alarm has been called out at this point.
Is this while we're still together, or have we split at this
So
point?
this would be, literally, you guys would be about 300 yards down the street. Okay. So you won't be, right on top of each other. But at this point, you're close enough where you could have sort of a quick conversation and then splinter if you wanted to. Or you're further enough apart, though, if you just splintered. It would just look like people panicking at something.
Okay. Yeah. So at that second one, Jack's immediate assumption, so she just would quickly to the group be like, "All right, well that's all the time it bought us. Looks like that's the second alarm, probably about the other guards warning us. We need to split."
Yeah. So at that point I'll grab Seckless by the shoulder and drag him into an alley. It looks like it's just a fire team for now, but I'm sure the guards are close behind. We need to split up.
Okay. So, how's the party splitting? We've got Seckless, Artemis, Snowmoon, Lydia, Jack, and William. So I think Lydia said they were gonna grab Artemis.
Yep. Turn down on side street, heading south.
Okay, so you're heading south. So Jack, I'm assuming William would go with you, or would Jack go her own way?
Jack's probably gonna go by herself, considering she's made herself the most conspicuous, and she has all the stuff. So she's gonna go on her own this way. If she does run into trouble, she can try to run for it and then maybe try and stash the stuff.
Oh, okay.
I believe Jack still has the sending stone as well, right?
Yes.
If could me and Art find a pretty secluded alley for a moment?
Hey, you should be able to make a survival check.
Okay.
Then we will
Me too? Or
well, you can each make one, or one of you can make it with advantage.
21.
oh. Well, I'm probably not gonna do better than that, but I wanna try just
Okay.
Yeah, that's a hot 5.
Okay.
Art gets a little confused for a moment, but gets dragged in. So you, Lydia, you and Art have a couple of moments.
Okay, I want to cast Revolve Magic and turn into a human female.
Alrighty then.
Very plain looking, brown hair, just very common dress,
Okay. I'm assuming shortening yourself as well?
Yep, shortening myself at the foot. So. By up to 3 feet. Okay, so I'll shorten myself a couple feet. So.
Okay.
And then I'll
that's
resume.
new.
Yeah, I'll resume walking with Art at the other side of the alley then.
Okay. So then, okay, so for each group, so Jack, go ahead and make a stealth check. Snowmoon, go ahead make a stealth check with advantage, as Seckless is going to help you out. Okay. Lydia and Artemis, where you're both here, you can choose.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice.
Wow.
Again, you can both make individual stealth checks, or you can. One of you can have advantage on the roll up to the two of you.
Let's see, stealth. I am pretty 0 at stealth.
Oh, me too.
Okay, let's make individual ones then. 15.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Cool.
And Jack, what was yours?
17.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. And Sherman, what was yours? You said yours was nat 20?
Yeah, 0 mobs,
Okay.
so 20.
Oh, okay. So as you guys all start to splinter, now, do you guys have any plan on where you're meeting up? As you guys are all heading your separate ways, or
Not really.
Yeah,
did-
we
did
didn't
the
really
ship.
discuss it,
Okay.
so.
so you guys are?
didn't she?
Jack did see the ship, but I don't know.
Wasn't Jack
Oh,
like
you
go
did
to the
say
ship?
ship. Oh, okay. I missed that. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So as the group of you splinter off, so Lydia's heading south, down an alley. Snowmoon, you said you were going to drag Seckless into an alley. Which way are you heading? You watched as Lydia and Art pulled down into one south.
Yeah, I guess I would try to find one like in a not the same direction as them.
Oh,
So I
okay.
guess east.
Okay, Jack, which way would you be heading? Again, at this point, you're probably somewhere ballpark, like down in, I'd say probably like somewhere down around here, almost down at this corner, probably.
Okay. Jack's probably gonna take a circuitous route, heading like. She'll kind of go like this way, and then like over here, and then this way, and then this way. Like she'll kind of like ping pong around, sort of the.
Oh, okay.
Gonna take her probably a few hours to like make her way back. She's gonna mosey quite a bit.
Not a problem. Let's see here. Make a William stealth check. Okay. Pretty good, William. Oh, holy hell, that was pretty good. Okay, yeah, so William's going to disappear and start finding his own way back. So as the rest of you sort of splinter, Furia, what are you doing now? As we are now back up with you as the party has seen this second arrow go off, and they've done their thing. You are still up by this guard.
Yeah, I would have tried to find a corner of a building just to sort of sit beside and chill and still watch what's going on in the courtyard to see if they're fighting the fire or moving out and searching for my party or something like that.
Oh, okay, so as you sort of hunker up into one of these buildings right outside the front gate, as right now you can see the guy you were following around is just outside the gate, standing with these three rather imposing individuals. Couple of seconds later, you see the first one of these, two-wheeled carts come getting run in by two people. Third one sort of sitting in the middle of it, massive bucket of water, a little bit of it sloshing out as they're running in. So you're starting to see people arrive to combat this. But then a couple of moments later, you start to hear, over the shouting, the tromp of heavy footsteps. And coming down along the north wall, same place you saw those three individuals come, you just start to see what looks to be like a wall of shields. It's 4 people across. As you glance back, you can see multiple people standing in a row here. And as they're coming out, you can hear the guard that you had been following around. Oh, I'm telling you, there was 6 of them. There was a big one. Looked like a cow.
That's rude.
That's racist, sir.
That is rude.
Couple little small ones. Yeah. Guy, a girl. Another little small one. Fiery red hair. And there was what is it? Elf woman. Yeah. Elf woman came in. Then, the dragon. Oh, yeah, the dragon. Was she white or was she silver? I can't remember, man. My brother was just killed.
Aw,
Just
that's a shame.
going back and forth, and you can see the three of them are basically look to be jotting something down as they start coming over, and these basically this flanks comes marching up. The three of them sort of get together, and one of them beckons to the first four, takes the description, and they start marching off in one direction. The second one takes another group of four, goes off. The third one takes the other one. Meanwhile, she looks back over and says, "And so you say they marked one?" Okay. Yeah.
Fuck.
And just takes down some information, and I suppose this is where your job ends. And you see him hemming and hawing a little bit, and as you're sitting there, you watch as he reaches his hand out and just and tears the front of his throat out. And you watch as the guard falls to the ground. And then they start turning, and they start, as one of them is sort of, that first group that left is heading south down along the wall. So literally like right along here. Sorry, I keep clicking on my token because that's not on the map layer. The second group of them starts sort of heading into this interior area and starts meandering that way. And the third one that you just watched, the guy just starts walking down. The group of four individuals right behind him, 2 and 2 on either side, a couple of steps back from him, just starts walking down the main drag where you just saw your party run down. All of them seemingly completely unaware that you're sitting there. Or completely aware of the cat and just sort of ignoring it.
Sunning itself on. It hasn't a care in the world. I'm gonna wait till they go past and then sort of, move around the building and start making my way to a fairly hidden alley. As best as I can find that none of the groups were heading towards.
Oh, okay.
So maybe one actually quite close to the estate itself. And I would like to do a locate object on something that Lydia was wearing.
Oh, okay, sure.
I would have to change out of being a cat. That's why I'm looking for an alley.
Oh, okay, so go ahead and we'll say make this a survival check.
All right. It's a curse, nat 20. It makes it a 26.
Oh
Okay.
man, I need to roll one.
So easy enough. As these guards start to walk away, you watch as another group of these people coming in with this buckets of fire come rushing past, and as they run past, just literally right over the body, just completely ignoring it.
So sad.
And as you turn and look in, you can see there's an alley leading straight down. Looks like a couple of boxes on the side of it. You think perfect spot to duck in for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I'd only need, 10 seconds. I would uncat. I would think of something Lydia was wearing. I think she showed us her necklace.
Yeah.
Maybe that. Because I know she wouldn't take that off.
Oh,
And then after I sort of I've done the spell, it lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. And it's out to a range of 1,000 feet, right?
1,000 feet.
Oh,
And if
okay.
the object is in motion, I know the direction of its movement. And then I would turn back into a cat because I can move faster. And if I don't have a ping, I would start wandering around till I found it. And if I do, I'd start heading toward it.
Oh, okay. So as you pop out, cast your spell, and then pop back in, you do get a ping. You do know that it is quite a distance away from you. You get it's a very faint ping, so you're pretty sure it's literally like right on the edge of your range with it. given the amount of time that Lydia's had it ahead of you to get moving, and that first initial, sprint to getting away from the place. So easy enough though for you to bamf back into it, start heading down that direction. Anything else? So we know Jack's approach, sort of bouncing around different spots. Snowmoon, what is your and Cyclus's plan?
We're gonna head like right to the center of Upper Hearts Gate Borough, like Ward 9.
Okay.
And then kind of head like down straight south towards the dock from there.
Oh, okay. So as you spend a little time as he's again, you two are sort of ducking in between. You're doing a pretty good job of staying like in the alleys and whatnot. At one point, he stops for a couple of seconds, just resting behind boxes, and looks over at you. You stand out a little bit. Is there any way you can be someone else?
No, sorry. I'm not skilled at those kind of things. I mean,
You need a hat of disguise.
Let's just keep moving and hope they don't catch up. Did you take anything from there?
No, I didn't.
Okay. At least they shouldn't have anything that they can follow on you then. Beckons you, keep you moving.
Alright, yes. Let's keep going.
Then, Jack, if I remember, everything you took, you put into the bag, right?
On the bag of holding, yep.
Okay. So is he moving in? Lydia, what's your speed?
Just 30.
Just 30. Okay. And Art, are you 30 or 25?
That's a good question. 25.
Okay.
Tiny.
So yeah, so Lydia, as you're keeping pace more with Art as you guys are sort of making your way south, anywhere you'd be heading, or you just heading south and straight to the ship?
South, then probably east, unless Artemis wanted to go somewhere else. Probably along the docks to the ship. Yep.
No. If we do find a barrel, I can jump in that, but, aside from that, no, the ship.
Why do you want to jump in a barrel?
To hide.
Why are we hiding?
I have this, you know what? I should maybe, they're gonna pull up one of the many scarves that they have and just kind of like pull it over themselves a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Maybe that'll help.
Okay.
Okay, so as you guys are
Do you
making...
still want to barrel?
No, that won't be necessary. Unless you
Okay.
think you can carry a barrel around.
Probably.
We'll see how things go.
Maybe a little barrel I can carry you in. And we can go from there.
That would be cute. Let's just focus on moving.
Oh, okay.
So, I will mention only because, Lydia, you would know this as it's your magic ability.
Mm-hmm.
While disguising yourself would make you look smaller,
Mm-hmm.
the barrel would be floating like 2 feet up in the air over you.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Because
Okay,
it's
I
not
got
going to
it.
change where your shoulder actually is.
Okay. Alright.
So you'd be
fair
walking there
enough.
like this, and the barrel would be floating up in the air.
Oh. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay.
So about 10, maybe 15 minutes goes by, and Lydia and Artemis, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Nice. 19 plus 7 is 26.
Okay.
The 17.
Okay. You both get the feeling that you're being followed.
Oh, no.
Fuck. I mean,
Maybe we should put you in that barrel and stuck in the alley. Just wait for them to pass. Or should we hurry? I'm really bad at this thing.
I don't know. I don't want them going to the ship.
That's true.
Maybe we should duck down somewhere.
Okay. Let's duck down the nearest alley and I'll look like the human female sitting by a barrel.
Okay. So as you takes a couple of moments, but you do see third alley you go past. You do see one that has a couple of barrels in it. So as you two duck in, are you, Artemis, you just jumping in a barrel? You looking to see what's in first? You hiding behind him? What are you doing?
Ever since what happened in the theater, I'm looking what's in there.
To pop them, the first one is full of oil. Second one you open has water in it. And third one looks to be some sort of grain, like rice or wheat, something like that.
Are they full to the top?
But not all the way to the top. Artemis would be able to sort of eat any one of them. Artemis could dive in and sort of like squirrel down and...
We're going to the rice. Don't want to be wet, don't want to be flammable.
Right,
okay.
right.
So as you jump in, a couple of months later, as you're sitting there, Lydia,
Yep.
a small cat comes and turns the corner.
Oh,
and
good.
Looks up at you.
But I noticed the markings. Like, do you always turn in the same cat?
Now this
She got like
cat would have
McGonagall
different.
glasses on her cat form.
Yeah.
This cat would be a different color than the cat that I was around the mansion. So, like the
Oh, okay.
cat around the mansion would be black and gray. This one would be like the peaches and cream sort of cat.
So it's looking at you sort of funny, but you've never seen it before.
Furia? Paw up if it's Furia.
If it is Mia, I would paw up and then
Yeah, it's
Okay.
you.
jump in
Okay.
her lap.
Okay, good. Thank God it's you. I don't know what to do. Or it's in a barrel. We're just gonna hang here for a minute.
Wait, what?
I just stay on your lap.
Okay.
You still have that feeling.
Oh, crap. Okay.
I will get up and start looking for a different side alley.
Oh, okay.
How's my perception as a cat? I think it would be the same as me.
Yeah, because that's a
Yeah,
mental stat,
it's a
so it's wisdom
wisdom.
based. So go ahead and make your check.
It's a 14.
Oh, okay. So you do see some other alleys around. It doesn't seem to be a whole lot of traffic down in this area where you are. At this point, you guys are, from the direction Lydia was pretty much heading, you guys are basically down in this section, sort of in between the Dock Ward, Tower Farthing, and Upper Heartsgate. So you've got, some of the nicer houses up in the northern section that you guys had passed through that were close to the castle district. You're sort of just like in this mishmash where everything sort of hits together and nothing really seems to fit right. But a couple of eyes you can duck down if you wanted to.
Yeah, so if I find one, and I'll make sure Lydia follows me somehow.
I'll drag Art in the barrel for a while if there's some.
So you're just
And,
dragging the barrel with you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
do a double take and then or check and then pop back into myself and say, Lydia, they put a tracker on you somehow. They
Where?
know where you are.
Oh no.
I don't know. The blind man said that he was able to touch you and put one on you.
Ah, that. Son of a.
Art, can you do something about that?
sorry, I have rice in my ears. What?
There's a I'm assuming a magical type tracker on Lydia. Can you get rid of it? Or at least see it and know how to get rid of it? We
Oh, I
should
can
go back to the
detect-
boat.
Oh, I already detected magic, I think, in the room. I don't think I. Yeah, I think that's what I did.
We should
Yes, I did.
go back to the ship with this tracker. We shouldn't even say ship.
Alright, why don't, if it's on my person, maybe I should change clothes somehow.
Well, I don't know how it works. I just know that there is one on you. I was hoping Art could help.
No,
Okay.
sadly.
Can you detect magic, Art?
You think I could. I can look at something and say that it has runes on it. Maybe it did at one time, but as far as spells go, no.
I know that tomorrow I could possibly dispel it for me, but that'll be too long.
Yeah, so
Might as well
maybe...
get a new set of clothes right now.
Well,
Ready to fight.
my other set of clothes is gone.
I wouldn't
don't
fit
even
in
know
them
if I'll ever
anyway.
get those back.
I wouldn't fit in
But,
those anyway if it's on my actual person.
True. I don't know. I don't know if it's you or the clothes or what.
Do I know where the old man touched me? Like on the back or something? Oh my god.
Show me on the doll where the old man touched me. Hold on, I need to write that down. That is going as a vote for
I'm
Nat
so
20.
sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean it like that at all.
It is a true statement. It's just
It was, yeah.
obvious.
We didn't have to go there with it. But...
But there's no other way to do that, Maddie. So Lydia, as you reached out and you took him behind the back and on his shoulder to guide him out, he had reached out and touched the back of your hand at one point, your elbow, and the small of your back.
My elbow. Okay.
So again, more as he was walking, it's that same. And again, this is a horrible way to work, but I don't. If any of you have had somebody with a a visibility issue, or has had like that eye test done and they can't see well, and that sort of thing, where they just sort of reach out and touch to make sure if it's new. That's the sort of sense you got from it. Is okay. He's a little nervous on his feet at the moment. He's moving around. He's just trying to make sure he's steady.
Okay.
But yeah, he definitely touched your clothing in a couple of spots. He touched skin when he had touched your hand.
Maybe.
Chat's agreeing. Lydia's getting the vote for the Nat 20.
Oh no.
I made a note.
Thank you.
I made a note.
But it's not the end. But yeah, that's probably going to be the winner tonight, folks.
Oh, dude.
The only other person I could think to help would be Melee, but that's a very popular place, and I don't think we have time to get there before they catch up with us.
What about
And we
the
can't-
priest?
Ooh, that might work.
Okay,
I don't want to lead to him, though.
that's
either.
true.
Well, maybe you could come along and Art or I could go in and see if he could help.
Okay, sounds good.
But we need to hurry.
Alright.
So I'll say for all three of you having this discussion, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Should I get out of the barrel?
Yes.
Okay.
14.
25.
Nice.
Nice.
1?
Okay. So,
I'm stuck in the barrel.
Lydia and Furia, you would both realize as you're sort of getting your bearings and trying to plot this out, you would both know that you're actually closer to the marketplace right now
Oh, okay.
than you are to the temple. Depending on how quick you're looking to move, you could probably be to the market, moving quickly within about 20 minutes. If you're trying to stay a little more hidden and, duck in between alleys, probably closer to 45 minutes to an hour. Whereas getting to the temple, again, even at full movement, is going to take at least 30-35 minutes, probably close to an hour and a half to get there if you're trying to be stealthy.
Alright. Merely it is, although she
I
gets
would-
in the creeps sometimes.
Yeah, I would probably know this
Yeah,
anyway.
given how you've been moving, and you guys have been around the city enough over the last few days, it's not like it's your first foray in here.
Right.
And you've traveled from the inn, literally clear across over in Upper Hartsgate to the market. You've traveled from the inn in freaking Tower Farthing to the market. You've made this trip numerous times.
Okay.
Well, I think it's more risky, but market is closer.
Okay. I agree.
Art, what do you think? But we need to get moving.
Art.
What?
Art's
And you're
picking
still having
rice.
trouble climbing out of the barrel.
Yes, one thing grab you out of there.
Thank you. I have tiny feet and tiny arms.
What do you
Market is closer, but I think it's more risky.
what do you think?
But whatever, then the. But it's also a lot more people. We could maybe blend in better.
That's true. That's true.
But
If we
whatever we
find the
decide, we need to go now.
If we
Oh,
find
right.
the market and Melee Bailey is there, maybe she could hide us. I mean, she's not exactly
I
the...
just think we need to get that thing off Lydia.
All right, let's go there. Maybe you can purchase me a shirt that I can change
I
into.
don't know, but let's go now.
Okay, good. Shed my clothing somewhere.
Oh my god, stupid t-shirt.
I'll walk behind you guys.
Okay,
So we're not a bigger group.
okay, sounds good.
So as you guys start heading off that direction, we're going to jump over to Jack, who is sort of ping-ponging around the city moving through here. Jack, you have been having no difficulty moving through right now. As things are, as you're listening and you still hear the occasional, couple of shouts as you get further away from the castle ward, you notice they're seeming to die down a little bit. You make your way through Tower Farthing, heading down towards the not the market, so to speak, but the merchant ward down in this area that you mentioned. Come on, ping, you silly git. Down here, as you mentioned, traveling through. Start making your way down that direction. Go ahead and make a perception check for me as you're heading down that.
Net one.
Okay. As you pass through, you can see as you cut through a couple of the main drags that sort of lead from that sort of central dock area down into the marketplace. You can see the market is starting to fill up. Looks like it's going to be a busy day for them, but you don't really catch anything else. Eventually, as you make your way down into the merchant ward, you start getting an odd sense about you. Not so much that you're being watched, but just a presence almost in the back of your mind. And you've felt this presence a few times before. And it's mere seconds, but it feels like it's drawn for hours to you. As you're crossing past the merchant ward and you stop and you're looking in towards the market for a couple of moments and then shake it off and cross the street, and you get this sense of caution. And then you get a flash, a memory. You see William charging forward towards your body, laying on the ground in a glade. A staff grasped in your hands. And then it flashes back. The image is gone just as quickly. And it's that same just warning of caution, and not warning you about William, but more like,
was the staff that was in the body of my hands the staff with the sun rock on it that Lydia now carries?
Yep.
Fuck. And immediately changes tact to try and seek out Lydia.
Okay, and as you
Lydia's suddenly very popular.
and with that, we're going to jump over to William, as Lennon has joined us a few moments ago. So, Lennon, just I don't know. I saw you pop in, but I can't remember how far we were. Basically, your party has splintered. You've made your way through thanks to some critical, I'll call it, diplomacy from Jack.
Pants were peed.
Pants were peed as a halfling threatened a human guard, and he relieved himself before relieving himself. And basically, as the party started taking off to get away from the fire you guys had set, only a couple of the party noticed a second alarm was triggered and basically went, oh shit, the guy who ran into the house probably found all the dead bodies we left on the floor. And everybody sort of just splintered with plans to meet back up at the boat.
I see.
Right now, actually, William is off on his own, but did very well on his stealth check. So basically, William took off a little bit to the north and is sort of basically circling the long way around to get back to the boat. Taking a little bit of time, but it's probably currently somewhere roughly in Upper Hardscape Borough, heading back down towards to meet up at the boat. The rest of the party, some went almost due south. Snow Moon went more east, so he's probably somewhere in that same neighborhood, same borough as you, but not overly close. And Lydia and Artemis were heading due south, but have now made a pit stop because, unbeknownst to the rest of the party, other than Jack getting this weird flash, Lydia has been marked. And now they are on their way to the market to see what's going on. So with that, we will pick back up with Lydia and Artemis and Furia. Well, actually, Furia's in the back. Lydia and Artemis, do me a favor. Go ahead and make perception checks. As you guys are now starting to curl and head in towards the market as well.
Oh my goodness.
21.
9.
Okay.
Artemis is going to get some new dice on break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please
rolled it
sponsor.
Just
Our
got
poor
these,
wizard.
dang it.
So, Lydia, as you have basically you've had this brief conversation with Furia, and you start sort of turning to head back to the marketplace, and you're seeing it looks very busy in the marketplace this morning. Your first thought is, hey, this could work in our favor as you're coming down that sort of main drag heading into it from where you were, as it's a good place to get lost.
Gotcha.
As the rest of you are making your way in and starting down that long drag, long place, actually, Artemis and Furia, as Lydia is sort of taking point and heading into the marketplace and heading this direction, and is a little quicker than Artemis, and Furia is pulling up the rear. Artemis, you catch something that looks vaguely familiar, just darting sort of in between the shadows up ahead of you.
Okay.
Fury, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
17.
Okay. You catch the same thing, and both of you, it looks familiar. Given how quick it was moving, though, you're really not sure which one it was. You're pretty sure it was one of the halflings.
Oh, okay.
As it literally, this person, it literally just all of a sudden popped back through and is like almost like ducking in between eyes, but it seems to be moving very quick and with purpose now.
Would I be able to intercept somehow this thing moving quickly?
Yeah, it's probably only about 35, 40 feet in front of you. So, I mean, you could run up to the alley. Probably have to, I'll call it
My
stage
movement
whisper.
speed is 35.
Yeah.
I'm a fast walker.
Yeah, so you can definitely get up to the alley. You probably have to, I'll call it stage whisper. It's not like they're going to be right at the corner when you get there, but, you should be able to reach them if you get over there now and get them before they're out the other end.
Yeah, I take one glance at Art and Lydia and see which direction they're going, and then hurry over to whichever of the siblings it is.
It looks like it's Jack heading back with purpose. For some reason, heading north.
Jack, over here.
Right, am I able to just hear that, or do I need...
Oh no, you're good. You can hear.
Jack kind of like skids to a halt, and this is just Furia.
Right now, you only see Furia.
Okay. So he comes up to a halt, sort of shuffles over. Furia, we need to find Lydia immediately.
Yes, I was following Lydia and Art. We have a problem, you're right. The blind man that Lydia helped was able to tag Lydia, and can follow her wherever she goes. Decided to go to the marketplace to find Maylee to hope that she can help. Art wasn't able to do much. They're that way. And I point in the vague direction that Lydia and Art had wandered to. Lydia's not looking like herself at the moment.
I need to see Lydia immediately. I think perhaps we are both. I may know how to use the pursuers. To Lydia, quickly, please.
Yeah, so I'll start walking as fast as Jack can walk towards Lydia and Art.
Okay. It doesn't take you long as you turn, and again, you know what they both look like. So even Art with the scarves wrapped up around them, easy enough for you both to catch back up with them as they're walking with them. Yeah. So you've got a few moments as they're basically just sort of getting into that opening to the marketplace at this point.
I'll point in the direction, but I'll stay back 15 feet or so to see if I can stay in earshot but not be associated with the group, just to make it less obvious.
Could I take... Oh my god, this is gonna sound bad too. Can I take my shirt off my person as Lydia and not take it off my image? Does the spell work like that?
Yeah, so you can make yourself appear like anything else. So you can... Now, keep in mind, it's going to look a little awkward. Because what would literally be happening is your image would be taking off its shirt, but nothing would be happening.
Okay.
So you may want to duck into an alley first, so it doesn't look like you're pantomiming stripping in the middle of the market. But
yeah, okay. I'm
Plus,
thinking
you're
I
much
should
taller than your actual images.
Yeah,
so
I'm thinking I should take the shirt off at least. What do you think? Take the shirt off at least? Maybe they're tracking the shirt? Or do you think they're tracking me? I guess we should ask Bailey. Are we there yet?
I'm not here. I'm not with you.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, they're a little ways. They're probably about 15 feet behind you, just coming up. So right now it's just you and Art up there.
Okay, I'll say that all to Art.
I have no idea.
Okay, let's keep walking.
Okay. So as you guys keep heading in, about this time, Jack, you guys are just getting to this opening, so Furia points out right where it is, and you've seen what Artemis is wearing, even with the scarf sort of up, you recognize the back of Artemis. And you're assuming the person right beside them, sort of leaned down talking to them, is the one Furia's identified as Lydia.
Okay. I shot you a clarifying question via Discord there.
Okay.
You can just give me a yes or no before I take a drastic action.
Oh no.
Okay. So
nail on the head.
I will approach Lydia, or who is pointed out to me as Lydia, and Jack basically just comes up and puts like a. I don't know. I don't know how. Maybe she even misses. She attempts to come up and like put like a crab claw on Lydia's elbow. To kind of like pull her a little down to ear level.
Okay.
And she says, Lydia,
Yes.
you think someone is tracking you?
Yes.
You have to trust me. I think it is your staff. The one you pick up in the woods.
Fear seems to think it's like me or my shirt because the old man touched me. No, it's the staff. Oh dear.
It is hard to explain. Something is wrong about your staff.
Should we leave it in the alley?
I don't want to steal your staff from you, but I think, and she's kind of like, as this conversation takes place, she's looking around. She's trying to find like a wagon or a cart that's like in the process of like rumbling its way through this market, like on its way, something moving essentially.
Easy enough. You guys are just within that first couple, probably 15, 20 feet of the entrance. So you've got people walking by, getting the same sort of two-wheeled, like rickshaw type carts. You've seen Melee with it before. With what she keeps all of her equipment in and everything. There's a bunch of them moving by.
Okay.
Okay, I got an idea. What's the name of the... Okay. Not that one. Alright, okay, I got an idea. I will take my staff off, and I will hail down a rickshaw.
Oh, okay.
I will say to the driver, this belongs to my friend. Can you please, for 2 gold, take it to... What was the name of the first place we went to? That creepy place?
Ghost
the
and
end, the
Curse?
person, the ghost?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, the person, the ghost. She's staying there. Can you please drive us over there and ask for... Sam!
Okay, he looks down at the 2 gold in your hand and looks back up at you. Go ahead and make a deception check with advantages. The gold is very nice. But, that little pause there is giving him a little pause.
15 and 12, so 15.
Oh, okay. That's it? No modifier on it?
No modifier.
Oh, okay. So he's looking at that and looks down and pockets the 2 gold, takes it and sets it in the back and... Huh, you sure you're not coming with me?
No, it's hers. It's fine. I just left it. She left it with me. Okay, goodbye. Go on.
And turns and starts taking off, and as he gets probably about 5 or 6 feet away. Oh, probably a shit job this is, but hey, at least I can sell the bloody thing if there ain't no one there. Takes off.
I hope that was a good idea. I forgot to consult you.
It is good to get it off your person. I don't know that it is going to be possible to retrieve this, Lydia. You might...
I know it's pretty, but if it's dangerous, then I don't want to, put anyone else at risk.
Jack kind of nods for a moment, and she goes to turn to walk away with the others. And she hesitates for a moment, turns back, she says, Lydia.
Yes.
Thank you for trusting me.
No problem.
All 3 of you go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh.
Great, but
sorry, all 4 of you. I forgot Fury's in the background.
Oh my gosh.
22.
Oh.
16.
Another 17.
8.
We need to
Okay.
get you new dice.
Lydia is the only one who notices this, as you guys are sort of all turning, and Jack, you've turned back to say something. Lydia, as you turn and you look back down the entranceway, you see a group of 5 heavily armored individuals
Okay.
Oh no.
as they're slowly walking down the main drag. The one in front, eyes down, focused on something in its hand, and all of a sudden just stops and looks up towards the marketplace, and then turns and looks a little to the north. Looks a little more towards the north, and then points and has a brief discourse, and you watch as the 4 individuals, he hands one of them that small object in his hand, and they peel off heading north. The one in front slowly starts walking towards the marketplace, still staying on that main road towards that entranceway.
The one he handed the object to that went north, is that the way that Lydia's rickshaw with her
Yeah.
Oh, good.
went? Okay.
Okay,
So
good.
it looks at so you guys are standing ballpark somewhere right near here, near the entrance to the marketplace. So you saw this happening roughly like back here. So it looked like the ones that turned off north are basically making a point to try to cut off where that thing's heading to.
Okay.
The other one, though, after looking at the market and looking back, he's still heading towards the marketplace, towards a group of you.
Okay.
I would step up and say, I heard them give descriptions of us. They know what we look like, even vaguely. So keep your head down and split up. Maybe, Lydia, you should go talk to Melee, get checked
Sure.
out, but
The rest of you,
Just-
I'll meet at the boat, eventually. No
If the
man left
staff-
behind.
if the staff was the problem, Jack, I'm worrying about wherever Seckless went. Do you know where the others are?
No,
Who
we
went
agreed
with
to meet-
Seckless?
We agreed to meet at the boat. I believe Snow Moon follow Cyclist. They should be together. Gilam and I were individual. And the rest of us are here. This is all I know now.
And with that, as we've got this individual coming towards the marketplace, this is where we're going to take our break for tonight.
Oh no.
As our marketplace group is now resplintering, and we're going to be jumping across to the other side of the city for a few minutes when we get back. So,
Okay.
thank you very much for hanging out with us. Victoria, I saw you pop in. Thank you very much for our bit sugar mommies dropping by
Oh,
this
snap.
evening.
Yeah.
Very good mother was here. I missed it.
Yeah.
Ah.
So we love you, Victoria. We will be back in just a few moments to see what's going on over in the land of Snow Moon, Seckless, and William. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few. And welcome back, everyone, to Proficiency Bonus and We Met in a Tavern. We have just left off from Jack, Furia, Lydia, and Artemis watching as these strange armored individuals have sort of splintered off themselves, with one group of the four, we'll call them soldiers, heading off in a northward direction, seemingly following some sort of object. And then one of them slowly heading along the same path towards our party in the marketplace. But before we head over there, we are jumping back over towards Upper Heartsgate Borough and over to the vicinity of Snowmoon, Seckless, and Sweet William, who are all sort of in the same general area as each other, slowly making their way southwards towards the dock ward, towards the boat. Snowmoon and Sweet William, I want you to both go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Okay.
During all this, you guys have slowly been making your way southwards.
It's gonna be a 12.
Okay. So then let's have Seckless make 1-2 here, because, this actually might matter. Alrighty then. So as unbeknownst to any of you, as none of you notice anything, you guys continue on your way down through the uppers, through Upper Heartsgate, and make your way into the dock ward. As you guys start heading down through the dock ward, again, separate from each other, but you're both sort of guessing you're probably about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes away from the boat. Snowmoon, you're a little further to the east than William is. And as you guys are heading down, Seckless looks over at you, Snow, and says, I believe I will separate from you here. It's best if I go back to Father Abel.
Ah, okay.
It's our business is concluded. So I wish you and your friends well, and given how smashingly that went, I would not recommend coming back anytime soon.
I agree with you there.
But
safe travels
I wish
back.
you well, and give my best to the others. And he starts to disappear over towards the towards Ravenmoor's village, and back towards the temple. And about another 5 or 10 minutes goes by as you continue to move towards where you were supposed to meet up. And as you get close to the docks and sort of poking your heads out of the alleys and side streets that you've been coming down, you eventually sort of glance looking around, and Snowmoon and William, you actually catch eyes with each other.
And are we like...
You're probably
within speaking
about...
distance, or-
you're probably about 35, 40 feet away from each other. Basically, as you're coming down these alleys and out towards the main... you're both sort of coming out at the same spot. The first thing you noticed is down on the docks themselves, there is a group of armored individuals just standing on the docks. You haven't seen, you guys didn't see the initial group like Furia did, so you don't recognize any of this outfit, but there's a group of 5 individuals standing on the docks. They're not standing next to your ship, though. They're just staying basically as the main dock running east to west, and there's all the docks sticking out where the boats are moored. They're just out, and they're sort of spread out probably about 10, 12 feet apart from each other. Just sort of head on a swivel. You don't seem to have noticed either of you as of yet. But they're still probably a good, 50 to 100 feet away from you.
Okay. I guess as we our eyes, we notice each other, I'll I'll kind of stick my head out and just like hold my hand up to like stop and like stay there, and I'll like retreat back a block or so just
Okay.
to get like, and then like loop around and try to meet up with William, just like moving through the alleyways though.
Okay. Easy enough, William, as you watch as Snowman tells you to hold on and then disappears back into the alley. By about, give or take, 5-10 minutes, eventually you can hear the heavy footfalls coming up behind you.
William, I see you made it.
Snow moon. Smoke?
No thanks.
So what is the plan?
Well, everything kind of went to shit at the ladies' manor.
Mhm.
There was a fire team sent to put out the fire, and it seemed like there were armored guards following behind, so we just split up and tried to make our way back to the ship.
I
Wasn't
see.
William there for that?
I wasn't sure
technically.
how much
Technically,
I
yeah,
will
but
let it.
yeah, William was there, but William was also. Once everyone sort of splinters, William and Jack are sort of the same mindset where, oh, this is happening. We know the deal and just break and meet back up.
Yeah, I didn't know how much William had seen or not, so.
For some of that, William, it feels like he's rehashing, but you also know that as you tend to be, one with the shadow a lot of times, if you're doing your job right, people don't even know you're there.
True. So, looking at how this layout is of the town, those guards are on the dock. Is there no way to approach the dock without going past those guards?
So basically, as you're looking where you guys have come down into this, so the docks themselves. Let me do this. Come on, you silly git. Let's do something horrendous. Okay, so basically, what you're looking at is there's a long. Wow, yeah, I can't draw with the mouse. There's a long. That should be a straight line. There's a long horizontal dock that's right at the edge there. And that's where the guards are currently sort of spread out on. And then the individual piers that the boats are on themselves all sort of jut out into the water like this. So looking at this, there's no way to basically walk from within the city right onto the dock and down without sort of going in between a couple of the guards. Now, that being said, there may be other ways to get to the boat depending on, what you aren't willing to do.
I look at Snow Moon and I tilt my head and I say, "Can you swim?"
Can I swim?
Yeah, you're probably not great at it, but
I think that's a personal.
realistically,
hold my
can Snowmoon swim mechanically? Yes, it's half speed, but I don't think he has a swim speed. But
I can hold my own. What did you have in mind?
So we should cut around the docks to our ship, pull ourselves up by way of the bay.
Should we try and wait till we see the others, or
We can
get
do
on
that.
board? Yeah, maybe wait another 5 or 10 minutes, see if we can spot.
I can wait here another hour.
Yeah, maybe we should do that then.
William's used to waiting for Jack.
Yeah, do it. I'll keep an ear out for any gunshots, and that'll be my signal.
Yeah, so that we will jump back over to the group in the marketplace, and of course, Jack has stepped away for a moment. So Jack had you guys had mentioned you were splintering, that Lydia was heading to Maley Bailey. Anyone traveling with Lydia, or are you all going your own separate way from the market at this point?
I've told Lydia what I think that she, that she might do if she thinks it's a good idea, but I'm not sticking around to see.
Right.
I'm finding a way out of the market and heading to the boat
Okay. So
keeping my head down.
yeah, the market is a wide open. It's just a big open space with a bunch of carts and tents and things within it. So you've got a whole bunch of ways you can get out. The only part of it that's closed off is that wall that basically runs on the far western side that you've only got the 2 exits. So which direction are you heading out?
I will see if it's nearby me. I will buy a new shirt because Seklas has taken mine. So I'm not gonna barter. I'm just gonna pick one out about the same color as brown as what I'm wearing, and and then leave.
Yeah, easy enough as you're sort of cutting through the market to get out of there quick.
Yeah, I'm not gonna barter, even if it's too expensive. I'm just gonna buy it and leave.
It's I don't have the price in front of me, but whatever common clothes goes for, there's
that is a couple
book
silver.
value.
I don't know. But yeah, I'd buy some of those and then I'd leave.
Okay.
Probably going through 5, and then
Okay.
creeping through 1.
So
Keeping my eye out for any guards anywhere.
So would you be heading north along the river, or would you be crossing the bridge into the other part of the dock district?
I would be heading north along the river.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
As you cut through and start heading north along the river, this is your first time being this close to this actual river that runs through this section of the town. And as you do pass this bridge, you notice it is a very simple stone arched bridge. Small sign on the front of it as you're walking by. Just says in common, Troll Bridge.
I'm very confused as I don't see anything that I would think would be a troll. And I know it sounds similar to the word toll, but there isn't a toll booth here either. So I started like, ah? And I keep going because I got places to be. Well, that's something to ask about later, I guess.
Okay, so you've got Furia sort of cuts through, picks up something. Artemis, what would you be doing? Would you be splintering off, or would you be going with Lydia, or staying with Jack?
Oh dear. Probably staying with Lydia.
Oh, okay. So, Jack, that brings us to you as your group is starting to splinter in the marketplace as this armored individual is heading your direction. Furia took off a little more into the marketplace. She's getting coins out of her pouch before she sort of vanished in between the booths. What would Jack be doing?
Jack's gonna head in the direction of the... Oh, no, she's not, because Jack didn't see that. I guess Jack will... If Art sticks with Furia, if Art sticks with Lydia, Jack will stick sort of with Furia. The more like tailing Furia, like 50 meters behind Furia.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then you basically see the same thing as Furia's cutting through the merchant ward and eventually passes that arched stone. Then you see the same sign says Troll Bridge on it. Eventually, the two of you sort of start making your way around the far north end, north bend in that river. And as you start heading towards the docks, the two of you, as you're getting close to it, you notice basically the same thing that, in Fury, you notice it first and almost catch a step. As you can see, that same, that same group, the 4 individuals with the large, almost look like tower kite shields, and the one individual that looks to be leading this group of them, are now out on the main portion of the dock.
Yeah, I would find a convenient alley. And then, what are the buildings in this area? What are the roofs like?
So in this area, most of them, as you're getting more into these larger sort of areas than the main dock board, these are mostly warehouses. So they tend to be fairly low, single-story, flat. You know, think of it like your average Best Buy. You know, just flat roof on top. Not really much of a lip on them either, though. So if you're up on there, there's really nothing to really hide behind. It's just a big flat surface.
Because I would like to find a place where I could just chill for about an hour. Once I see all the guards on the dock.
Oh, okay.
So if I can't find an alley that has an appropriate box or barrel I could hide in, I would try to find a roof that I could climb up onto and like lie down and avoid detection.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
A lot over 20. I rolled a 17 on the die. I had +6. What is that?
23.
23.
Yeah, so you have no problem finding your way. And Jack, as you watch, as you're trailing behind, you can see Fury disappears behind. Sort of, as you guys are heading towards the top, Fury just sort of dips in behind a building, and as you're going in, there's basically, as you turn down this one alley, there's a smaller alley off of it, and it looks like right within there's a small, I don't want to call it a courtyard, but it's basically just like an open area. There's a couple of crashes. It looks like a dumpster. It's not the most pleasant area, but it looks like it'd be pretty safe to sit and chill for a little bit.
Yeah, as long as I'm not found for an hour or so, I'll take a short rest and just wait it out.
So Jack, as you're falling behind and you watch the Fury disappear, what would you be doing?
I'll follow her into her like cubby hole area there. Where can you give me a quick map ping of like exactly where we are right now?
So you guys are currently ducked into right in here.
Okay.
And just so you have the information, your for player knowledge for your others is Snow Moon and Jack are currently in an alley over here.
Okay.
Not that, I mean, Snow Moon and William. Not that Jack or Fury knows that, but.
Yeah, I'll link up with Fury. Wait out her hour once she.
One there, one over here. Now we got the others over here.
Okay. Once she animal forms or whatever shenanigans she's got planned, Jack will figure out her path from there. But for now, she'll stick close.
Okay. And with that being said, we are going to jump over to Lydia and Artemis, who are heading down to see Maylee Bailey.
She makes it kind of uncomfortable.
You know what? Me too.
Okay.
But she might be able to help.
Okay.
Or at least hide us. I don't know.
What do we offer her? Should we give her gold, or do you think she'll just do it? I don't want to insult her.
Let's
And then
just
have her
ask
not
her
help.
first and then see what happens.
Okay.
So as you start approaching, you can see she's setting her booth up. Again, it's fairly early. Cart's up. She's getting her sign out. Artemis, you notice the outfit's a little different today. As you're looking, looks to be wearing almost like a padded leather top. Again, you immediately notice the book is still chained on the hip. But as you're looking, you both of you go ahead and make a perception check. Actually, we'll say.
Okay.
Come on, ice cream.
Oh no, I dropped my dice.
Why does this keep happening to me?
Nat 20
Oh.
for the
7.
night. Oh, not 20 for the night. Nice.
Artemis seems to be focused a little bit on the book again.
Okay.
Seeing it out. Lydia, you happen to notice, though, that she's wearing a couple of daggers
Oh,
on her hip.
that's new.
It looks like it. Yeah, you between the leather top, the dagger. She's a little more prepared than you're used to seeing her. But she's going about her business as you're coming up.
Hello, Melly. Good to see you.
She turns towards the two of you and looks down at Artemis and smiles a little, and then looks up at your face.
Oh, it's
Your face, not
Oh.
your images.
oh.
And
Oh,
looks, "Huh, don't you have an interesting skill? What brings you to see me?" And as she's looking at you, you notice her eyes are this strange sort of almost swirling gray. Like as you've seen Jack once or twice come over and Jack's eyes go black,
Yeah.
this has almost, as you're looking at it, it looks like the inside of a whirlpool you'd see in the ocean. But it's just gray and it's very slowly swirling as she looks up at you.
Artemis, what does that? Never mind. Can't be rude. Melly, good to see you.
Good to see you.
I was
And she
wondering.
gives you a once up and down.
Yes. Artificer over here. Oh, I'm being followed? Perhaps magically. I was wondering if you could help.
I suppose I could do something about that. She gestures over your shoulder.
Oh,
But, I don't like to share, and suffice to say they're getting quite the show. So, it seems to be that, well, you have somebody has a little sensor following you.
oh. What does that mean exactly?
Basically, it's an arcane trick, and you there, young one, and looks down at Art. You haven't learned this yet, have you?
no, you see, my magic abilities came basically from boredom and wanting to look in the ocean. Not so much trying to, finish off someone who is tailing us.
She laughs a little bit and goes digging around in the cart for a couple of moments. Pulls out a small tube and reaches down to Art. Save this for a rainy day, then. It may come in handy at some point. Now, for you there, my dear, it's...
Okay.
It takes a couple of moments and you watch as she starts muttering and... I dare say that the sensor that was following you has been removed. Now, is there anything else I can do for you at the moment?
No, thank you. Artist, do we have anything else that Melly could help us with at the moment?
I mean, I have a couple of questions before we run off back into the crowd. But...
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Yeah.
She keeps half glancing down at you, Art, but the eyes keep going back up to Lydia.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. Art's busy looking at the tube, sniffing the tube.
Smells like a decent quality leather. You crack it open, it smells like there's paper of some sort in it.
Oh, okay. Well then. I'm just going to make a habit of being brash, but do you have a side in all of this that's going on right now?
She glances down at you a little, then looks back up at Lydia. I suppose that depends on whose side you are on.
Me? My side? We're on the side of.
Go ahead and make an Lydia. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay. Okay.
And Art, you can make this too, as you're right there watching this whole thing.
Insight.
Oh, I have 2 d20s in this set. Okay, I'm gonna use the other one. Jeez.
15.
Oh, okay.
What check was it? Sorry.
Insight.
Oh, dirty 20. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Lydia, you've noticed at points, a couple of times you've dealt with Melee, the goosing, the light touch, the affectionate things on here. Artemis, you being more of an arcane user, and the knowledge that you watched Melee look up at Lydia's face instead of the images, and noticing the sensor, is realizing that the reason that Melee keeps looking at Lydia is can probably see through Lydia's spell, and is really enjoying the show.
You took your...
As Lydia
Wear
took her
shirt
shirt off and
Uh,
is walking around topless.
Wait,
For-
that wasn't. I don't think I actually am. I don't know. Did that actually happen?
You said you took your top off.
Okay, fair enough. I think I was asking a question, but
Oh,
if
if you didn't, okay.
we can make a canon. It's fine. It's fine. I was wondering why she was looking at me so intently. So
With... Oh dear.
I'm kind of standing there awkwardly, like hugging myself. Yup, Art, take your time. It's fine.
I'd like to propose a vote that this episode be uploaded to YouTube as we met in Tavern, episode 19. Lydia's eyes are up here. Want me to just throw that out there?
I like it.
As Melee looks back at the both of you and says, "Well, to be honest, I am, shall we say, I represent a third party."
You know what? Fair enough. Lydia.
Our goal is to make sure that
Oh dear.
you find everything you're looking for.
Who, Art?
Yeah.
Who's the third party, by the way? Do we know? Do we want to know? No. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry, Lydia. Don't worry.
All right. Well, that has been enlightening. Oh dear.
Melee then leads sort of in between the two of you. I wouldn't look now, but it seems somebody is taking an interest in, well, one of you.
Oh no.
And as she lightly gestures backwards, that heavily armored individual is, again, very slowly, almost like Michael Myers-esque, just slow walking through the marketplace. You notice that the image is focused on, the gaze is focused towards Art, though.
Okay. Oh man. I have an idea, but it's really dumb.
Hell did I do? Well, you know what? Actually, there are some things.
Art, don't take offense to this.
All right.
Oh wait, I can't reach down for Art because I'm already. Okay, I will start. What if I pat Art in the back? Would that look weird too? Anything I do?
No, it's again, you only like literally that's a 2-foot difference. As you reach down, it won't. Art will notice a difference, but it won't look weird because you're reaching down, and for you, you'll be reaching down and tapping Art on, say, the shoulder. But the
Okay.
image will look like it's tapping Art in the small of the back. It's
Okay,
just a little
okay.
different. But when you're carrying something on your shoulder, and it's
Yeah.
your shoulder's 2.5 feet higher,
Right.
there's a huge difference in that for them to be able to see visibly.
Okay, okay. Do I do this? Art, do you trust me?
Reasonably, yes.
There, little one. It'll be fine. We'll find your mommy. And I'll lead Art away.
Fuck. Okay.
Go ahead and make a deception check on this one.
Oh, dear.
Art will attempt to cry.
18.
Okay, go ahead and make it with advantages. The small person is now starting to cry.
Nat 20. I did it again.
Okay, this is gonna matter.
Okay.
I need to see if this guy has a modifier now. Oh, where the hell are you?
That's
Oh,
so
no.
clutch. Holy crap.
God.
Okay.
One, no modifier.
As the two of you start wandering off, you can hear the a couple of moments later, as you two start running away, you can hear that individual come over and start barking at Melee Bailey. Going back and forth looking for somebody that was just there, and starts giving a description of Art. Are you keeping to move away, or are you going to try to stay close, listen, see what's said?
I will. So many alleys. Could we find an alley?
Well, right now you guys are pretty much almost middle of the
dead
market.
center.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys are like in
Nearby
the middle
stall
of the
with a
market.
pickle and a stick that we just hide behind and kind of
Yes.
listen.
Pickle and a stick.
So it's up to
Archie,
you. You
what
can-
you-
You did ask that vendor to bring them in, didn't you? Last time we were in the market.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
want the pickle and a stick. So important. I did. It's gonna be a crazy trend.
Just putting it out there.
Yup.
So you guys are just popping into a thing to try to listen in for a few minutes?
Yeah.
So go ahead, both of you make perception checks.
Okay. I'm good at those. 16.
Chance with me.
Okay.
Okay. Another dirty 20.
Good.
Okay.
Ooh.
What languages do you both speak?
Oh.
That's a good question. Gnomish, common, abyssal.
Elvish, giant, common.
Okay. Lydia, you have no bloody clue what the hell is going on over there.
Okay.
Art, on the other hand, you can hear and understand everything.
Art is crying for real now.
As you hear this grating, gurgling dialect come out of this apparent guard.
Uh-huh.
Why are you still here? You were told to leave. And now I come seeking two of them and find myself back with you. And Melee puts both hands up. I am just here selling my wares if people come through to purchase from me. It has nothing to do with anything that you're doing here. We've had no problem in the last 100 years between us. Why would I start anything now?
What?
And the two of them go back and forth a little, and then after a couple of moments here, he starts getting a little bit louder. If I find out you helped them, there will not be a place in the plains you can hide from us. You watch as she just sort of waves her hand off, and he turns around and just shoves into her cart, and you see it start rocks over. Some of the things fall out of it. And he just starts picking things up.
If... Oh gosh. I don't know. Are we with, like... Whereabouts are we? If, like... If she's looking around and she catches Art's eye, he's just gonna, like, do a quick nod to her.
Okay, so...
Like...
So at May's been picking things up, and you sort of get the impression that she is looking around a little bit. And after a couple of moments, you do make eye contact. And again, as she's really looking towards you for the first, like, real time that you guys are really making eye-to-eye contact, at least during this visit, and you see that same sort of swirling gray that Lydia was seeing a few moments ago. And you watch as a grin starts to play across her mouth.
Oh dear, Lydia, I think we should go. Like, now.
Alright. I'll follow.
And as the two of you start to walk away, Artemis, in the back of your mind, you hear a voice.
Oh, crap.
Be careful, little one. We will be watching you.
I hate this, okay.
And as the two of you start making your way through the alleys back over, heading towards your ship.
Yep.
How would you guys be going? Would you be heading
Probably
to the
like
Mark yeah.
probably through like this district and then down
Okay.
kind of thing.
Yep. So eventually you start making your way through and across, and then as again you run into that same thing as you hit the river and start sort of cresting over the northern border towards the dock ward.
Mm-hmm.
You see that same group of guards still sort of pacing back and forth. Again, they're branched out a little bit. You don't see any of your other party members, though, from where you're coming over right now.
Okay. Art, how do you think we should get in? I mean, I can probably get in because they're not looking for me, but what about you?
I think I should get a haircut. That's where we should start. Pink hair is not a good color on me.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of freaking out right now.
We could get your hair cut and colored.
Maybe just cut, you know, military style, buzz cut, whatever. Buzz cut.
I have an
Is it
eye.
an anachronism? I don't know. Lydia, I'll be frank with you. I don't know anything right now. There's a lot of things going through my head.
Do you want to share?
Maybe not right now. Maybe
Okay,
like
later.
when we're away from mortal danger.
Alright, that's fair. How do you propose we get to the boat, though?
Whereabouts are we right now?
So you guys are basically ballpark, like somewhere right in this. Come on, right in like this area.
Okay.
So you're coming around the northern end of this, basically the entrance of the river. And as you're coming down and starting to turn the corner, like you were going to walk along the docks to go back to get to the boat, you're seeing those same, again, the same style of armored individual with
Okay.
that same, again, the 4 rank and file guys, and the one that's in the little fancier, looks to be a little sturdier suit of armor.
Okay,
Now, as you're looking, as you're sort of scanning, you can see that there are alleyways and stuff along the dock, the dock. So you're not sure your party members could already be on the boat. They could be hiding somewhere. Something else could have happened.
do you think we should look for them first in case they're also confused about what to do with the situation?
maybe that. I'd rather be going down a couple alleyways than try my luck with walking up to some more guards.
Fair enough. Let's do that. So we'll go down the street.
Oh,
alleyway.
okay. Go ahead and I'll say everyone except for Lydia and Artemis, go ahead and make a perception check. Lydia and Artemis, both of you roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Oh god.
Do we find each other?
Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Oh!
Okay.
So that's a 23.
15.
You said,
Nat 20.
perception?
11.
Oh.
10.
Oh, dear.
Okay. And
18.
19. And what did you roll, Lydia?
15.
Okay. So let's see here. Okay. So as Lydia and Artemis start to make their way through, and again, William, so you guys have sort of been keeping your eyes poked, checking outside, sticking your neck out of the alley a little to see what's going on as you've been waiting to see if anyone else shows up. Both of you notice a heavily sort of shrouded gnome wrapped up in scarves sort of disappear and starts walking down along the path leading towards the docks with a human woman, and then all of a sudden just abruptly turns and ducks down into an alley.
Do we get the impression that that was art?
It did
Can't
look
really
like
tell.
it did look like art, and I can't remember. Lydia, have you done the whole alter your shape in front of them before?
Ooh, I can't
To
remember.
a female, a human female. I'm trying to remember.
I think you
Definitely
have,
has. This is not
Yeah.
the first time we've
but I don't know
Okay.
if we've seen that
Around the
particular
city.
woman before.
Yeah.
so
True.
so
That's true.
but you would Snowmoon, you would remember. I'm not sure if William would necessarily, because William may have been gone already. You would remember that Lydia and Art peeled off together,
Okay.
and you all know that Lydia has the ability to change her appearance, which is not
Yeah.
as the guard called her, a massive cow.
I'm gonna beat that guy to a pulp after I get my pickle on a stick.
I haven't told you about it yet.
Oh, okay. That's true.
So, you've got an idea. It looked like art. It looked like Art's clothing, just sort of wrapped up in scarves, trying to be
William,
inconspicuous.
Did that look like art to you? I think that was art.
It sure sounded like it.
I guess maybe we should just stay put and see if they come closer, or should we try to move towards them?
Could slowly make our way towards them.
Okay. Guess we'll just take a look, around the corners of the building, make sure don't see anyone else nearby.
Block by block.
This seems to be as good a time as any to move as you guys start heading towards where you're, again, sticking in the back eyes, heading towards where it looked like they were going to try to run into them. About this time, Lydia, you actually notice a small halfling sitting down a side alleyway. Off looks to be Jack.
Oi, Jack. Jack. Are you okay? Where's Spheria?
She's over there
Okay.
doing whatever. She do this thing. Yes.
Trancing.
Yes.
Okay. How do you think we should get to the boat? I mean, I can probably, but me and Art, we got here from the market, and Melly helped me, by the way. So she was able to get the sensor she said was following me, removed.
Well, before you show up, my plan was to wait for her to finish prancing, and I assume she is to go to be a cat and go to boat on her own, and I thought that I would go further down. She sort of points in the direction of like on the map where where this is.
Oh, okay.
I thought perhaps I go this way and try to borrow a boat, a rowboat, and take it to go to the ship from the opening to the bay instead of from the dock. So
That's exactly what I was going to suggest, that you get a rowboat and meet the ship with me and Furia somewhere else.
Oui, that is what I am thinking. You have Art. Is Art's here as well? Art's with you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Perhaps Artemis, you have to come with me unless you have ability to turn into different person.
No, I don't think Art can.
No, I can't.
Not to insult your scarves, but I think maybe it is not as efficient a disguise as Lydia is able to, and Ferreira with your cat.
Yeah. No,
Maybe we go.
Fairy cracks open an eye, and I can hear you guys, and then says, well, as long as one of us gets on the ship, we can tell them what's up and meet you in a different boat somewhere else. Lower a rope over the side if you want to swim.
Who has the other sending stone?
Sedlis has it.
Oh, crap.
It
Do you
was
think they
with
said...
them.
Do you think he set us up with the staff and had me tracked from it? Him and the priest? Because who else knew that the staff was...
Did Maylee help you? Did she say something else was tracking you too?
A sensor was tracking us.
What's that?
It's like a magical thing that attaches itself to you so people can look at you.
That's not very helpful. Well, that's good, but that means it wasn't just the staff.
Yes. But I'm saying that whoever gave us the staff, like the priest and Seklis, shouldn't be trusted because they basically told us to go in there with it.
Well, I mean, when you looked at it, did it look funny? I mean, like when you were able to use it, it didn't do anything bad?
I didn't use it yet.
But you could have.
I could have, yes.
But
I don't
it
think I...
doesn't have any bad powers, is what I'm saying.
Oh, no. Would I notice that, DM?
You would have, and
Okay.
you didn't come across any.
Okay.
Well, it was a very obvious, unique-looking staff that you walked into the building with.
True.
Wouldn't be a hard thing to find again. Also, Seklis took my clothes and he didn't give them back. Rather put out by that.
We should wait until he shows up on the boat or not before we make any decision on this, yes? My
I
gut
don't
is tell me
really need them back, but
it does not make sense for this staff and for Seklis and the priest to pray us in this way. I think there are some things that we are not understand yet.
you
Right.
said Snow Moon went with Seklis, yes? Maybe
Yes.
we can ask him.
The last I saw him, yes,
Find him.
Moon was with like Seklis.
Yeah.
How will Snow Moon and William know that we moved the boat? I guess we have to find them.
Snow Moon and William, go ahead and make a survival check for me. So you're heading over to where you think Lydia and Art were heading.
16.
Oh, okay.
Let's see my mod. Yeah, 16.
Oh, okay. So you're starting to hear voices from someone in the area, but you haven't found them 100% yet. You're getting close though. Anything the rest of the group would be doing as they're still trying to make their way?
Having our conversation, I think.
Every time I'm not talking or motioning, my eyes are closed and I'm still trying to chill out in the corner here.
Art's just paranoidly looking around, just trying to make sure, like, if someone's like looking in his direction, he's kind of, they're not trying to like meet the gaze or whatever. Just kind of head down.
Okay.
Are you okay, Art?
Just worried. That's it. We just need to get out of here.
Yes, quite.
I think for now our best bet is still to try to regroup at the boat. I see no reason to move the boat if we can obtain means to reach it from the ocean side rather than from the docks. To be able to get past being seen.
Well, if I go to the boat as is, they won't recognize me. But how will you let William and Snow Moon know that move the boat?
How
Why
good
we
are
move
you
the boat? I don't
at
understand.
swimming? How good are you all at swimming?
I thought we were moving the boat to out of the bay.
Well, eventually yes, but I think that we try to get everyone to the boat first, and
Oh, okay. I thought you were taking the boat and moving it so the rowboat could get to it.
no, I am on to find a rowboat in a further dock and row it from. She like points further out to the water. Go out, go out and come in from
Okay.
the back. Instead of go through the dock. I don't want to be seen by anyone who is looking.
Okay, fair enough.
As far as we know, they have no reason to know that we are. This is our vessel. Yes, if we can get here undetected,
Right.
we can leave this place without anyone being the wiser.
And with
I
that,
can-
all of a sudden you see Snow Moon and Williams turn the corner and start coming up the alley towards you.
Well, they're alive. I can always
Okay.
turn into a very large fish and speed up things.
I thought you said you hadn't mastered fish.
So I
Oh,
see
recently
everyone's
that.
made it. As we arrive.
Apparently, we are very bad at avoiding detection, as we have all managed to find each other. So I am assuming that in like 4 seconds, bad guy are coming around the corner and we have to fight them again.
We're also
In an
being
entire
very
city,
loud.
all 6 of us end up in the same shit cover alley. What is this?
I think I'm going to move. You're being too loud.
We should just go on that boat and get to the other ship, and we should go. We should go.
Well, this
Okay, I'll go to the boat and tell the captain that she's expecting arrival from you in a different manner.
yeah, the dock was crawling with guards, so
Yes.
William and I thought maybe we could try to swim to the boat.
Luckily, I didn't have to see if Snow Moon could hold his breath.
He just kind of like shoots a look William's way.
No
Um,
offense.
I can't swim because I've got chainmail on right now, so I would sink like a stone.
But you disguised like you could perhaps walk right on board.
Yes, so I'll try doing that first. And tell the captain to lower rope for you guys.
I can still turn into a large fish and either speed up people swimming, those who aren't confident, or speed up boat paddling, or not at all. But I will probably do what Jack said and turn into a cat, or, one that's kept upon a ship to eat the mice and go aboard that way.
Alright. I'll go now. Unless you want to come with me, Fiera, as a cat right now. Otherwise, I'll go to the captain and tell her how to expect you.
I'm still catching up on my animal abilities.
Okay. I'll leave. I'll see you guys soon, I hope.
You probably got about 10, 15 minutes left, Furia, at this point.
Alright.
How long does Lydia, how long does your disguise thing last?
8 hours. It should.
Okay. I don't know. A time
Is
limit.
disguise self 8 or is it 1, actually, now that...
Oh, wait.
Seeming, I know, is 8.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to like move immediately or if we have
Let me
time.
see.
I mean, I'm advocating for us moving sooner than
Yes.
later.
Yeah, regardless.
Oh, it's 1 hour.
it's 1
okay,
hour,
I'm going
yeah,
now.
Yeah, so you'd pretty much have to book it at this point.
Okay, I'm
Between
booking
seeing
it.
Melee and everything else, it's probably been a good 45, 50 minutes at this point. If
Okay, I'm booking it.
Okay, so as Lydia takes off, almost sprinting. What are the rest of you doing? Jack's idea to
how
go
long-
around to go across the troll bridge to try to steal a rowboat.
Yeah.
Jack,
How
would you
long?
mind
Sorry, I had a
giving me the bag to make sure that makes it aboard with the stuff in it?
Oui. Yes, it is probably easier to transport on you than myself at this point, and she'll take that. She's gonna let me see what I actually want to take out of it real quick before I hand it
Okay.
over.
While you're looking at that, what was your question, William?
How long will it take for me and Jack to get this ship ready to sail? Because I bet we can do it in 15 minutes.
I have not brought it up yet, as it's even not the right time to do it, but not to throw a wrench in this, but I have to go back and see the goggles lady before I leave the city, because she has a very important piece of firearm that I need to have before I go.
Oh, right.
So there is that.
And we
So it's-
never found what we were looking for in the lady's manor. If
We did.
Yes, we
had
did.
that.
It's
did.
in bag of holding.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Why did
Yeah,
I?
Jack's got that in the bag.
Okay.
It was in the magic room. We just didn't
Oh, okay.
pay much attention to what we actually picked up from the
Okay.
magic room.
Yeah, you just
Right.
basically wiped everything into the bag and took off running.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was
went over
unfair.
my head, I guess. Okay.
So it's William. You're pretty sure that you and Jack, with enough support from people, can get this thing ready to roll in a couple of 15 minutes, half an hour tops. What you're not sure about though is the captain gave you guys a week to get everything done. You don't know whether or not the rest of the crew is going to be on the boat ready to leave.
Oh, right. But at least we'll be safe in the boat.
As long as the guards don't catch on.
Well,
There's no reason to move the boat if we all make it on without arousing suspicion. So,
that's true.
Getting
but
on
we
the
should
boat
try and
is-
lay low as much as possible.
yes, once we're there, we should do our best to not go out in a large group again. If we have to go out at all.
One at a time. Avoid chaos.
I'm gonna take the crystal with the bead in it. Well, I added that to my character. She's got the crystal with the bead in it, that she used to start that fire in the mansion, and she's gonna take one like random piece of nothing magical or like super important, just one of the like random things from the viceroy's manor that she like shoveled into the bag. She's gonna take something small and like pocketable, and she will pull out the horn of silent alarm.
Okay.
And she said, before we part ways, this I think is perhaps useful. No, it is, Artemis said, it is horns that make someone blow into and then someone else only can hear. If we are to split before some of us can get back to the boat, perhaps one of the groups should take it. Should the group on the boat take to inform if there's trouble at the ship, or should Guillaume and I take it with us if we run into trouble to alert you back on the vessel?
I think you should take it.
That is good, I think.
Don't go far. It does have a limitation. That's all I ask.
How far can we get away before it is not work?
About 600 feet.
Oh, well,
Take
Alright,
it anyway.
we'll take it anyway. Perhaps it is
Better than nothing.
better than nothing, yes. So taking those things, she'll kind of store those on herself and give the bag of holding to Furia.
Okay. And you said it was so Jack and William are going for the boat?
Are we taking Art with us? I thought we had to take Art with us.
Yeah, well, I thought initially it was Jack and Art going. So it's Jack, William, and Artemis. Lydia's heading to the ship on her own. Furia, what's your plan?
I'm going to be turning into like a ship's cat and
Okay.
going onto the ship that way.
So theoretically, is it Furia and Lydia going back to the boat, and the rest of us have to go find our own way? Is that what we're doing here?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah,
I
and
think we
if
should
you
still
need like
try
a
and
rope
stay
drop
split
to
up
the
a little
side,
bit too.
I mean, we can do that for you once we get onto the ship. I can also, if you all want to swim, help you swim by turning into like a shark or something like that. Although that might scare you, but
Yes,
those are the options.
I think it's best if we still try to split up a bit before as we make our approach, so I can go through Ravensmoor and then jump into the water from there and make my approach that way.
Alright, I'll go with you then.
Okay.
Artemis, I suppose that leaves your name.
Yes, it does.
Don't worry, Artemis, you're in good hands.
No, I figured that out when we were inside the turtle.
Much better than poor Snowmoon who has to go with these idiots.
Yes, I don't know if Snowman's gonna make it back alive. I'm
Kinda
just
like,
kidding, Snowman. I'll buy you a drink after this.
yes.
Okay, so as the party starts to go their separate ways, Lydia, what is your spell save DC?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I don't love that that question was just asked.
15.
Okay. So it is you take off as your party is starting to separate and you've taken off in a full sprint heading back knowing that you're running out of time for your spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything you'd be doing as you're pretty much going to be running past these guards down towards the ship?
I'll be pretending to look at a timepiece and going, "Ooh, I'm late, so I have a reason to be walking." Yeah.
Okay. So as you're take off down there. And start passing through. You notice that the as you get closer, again, you're getting your first real good look at these guards as you're sort of running past the ones with the large shields on them. And they're basically, they look sort of like large tower shields. They're literally from about just below the knee up to just about shoulder high that's held on their left side. And they seem to have some sort of almost like a short spear holding beside it. They don't really seem to pay much mind to you.
Okay.
As you're taking off one by one, just hey, slow down there. Beyond that, just seems to ignore you.
Oh, good.
As you continue on and you start passing by the the more heavily armored individual that's standing there, the cloak in the back, with the design matching the Viceroy's basically crest on the front of the armor. As you're getting close, and you notice that he's sort of got his sheet of paper in his hand, and every couple of moments, he just sort of takes his hand and waves it once over it.
Mm-hmm.
And as he waves his hand over it, you can see as you're passing by, he doesn't seem to really pay much mind to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it's a rather poorly drawn, almost a caricature of Jack.
Uh-oh.
And then moves the hand over as you're charging by.
Eyebrows.
And then you see a very poorly drawn caricature of you. It's, again, and based on the description, you're a furball, but this is much more like cow humanoid, like a very sort of elongated snout drawn on it. They got like the hair and everything looks pretty okay, but it's
very rude.
It's somebody paid a cartoonist to make fun of you with this, the way they did this. But you get the image if you were walking down the pier looking like yourself, they'd have no doubt who you were.
Okay.
But you managed to sneak by, and as you're behind the planks down, seems to be you're clear to get on your ship.
Okay. I get on and immediately start looking for the captain.
Okay, as you start running around looking, doesn't appear to be anybody on the deck at the moment.
Oh. Barnacles.
It could be under deck. There might be somebody in the nest, but captain could be in her quarters.
Okay, I'll get to the quarters.
Where's Fabio?
Oh, okay. Probably still down in the basement.
Yeah.
So, as you knock on the door, about 3 or 4 minutes goes by, and eventually the door opens. You see that captain's there, so rubbing one eye a little bit. Who in the hell are you? What the fuck are you doing on my shit? And he goes to start pulling out his sword.
Oh, it's me. It's Lydia. Captain.
What the hell happened to you?
Magic. Can I drop the form when I want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Noon, why are you
Still
always
not wearing a
asleep?
shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll do it anyway.
Well,
Whatever.
apparently it's messed up because I forgot you took your shirt, but you also had chainmail on underneath it. So you're not completely immodest. It's chainmail though, so there are holes.
Yeah. Okay.
You're in a slightly thicker fishnet shirt at the moment, so.
Yeah, I'll cross my arm and be like, Captain, it's me. We have the artifacts for you, but got in a little trouble at the Viceroy's house. Might need to be leaving sooner rather than later. I think the crew was going to come. The rest of us are going to come, via a boat, a smaller one. So we'll have to lower the rope over the side.
We can do that, but the rest of the crew has still got. I think it's another 4 or 5 days before they're scheduled to be back.
Well, as long as we got some place to hide for right now, I think we'll be okay.
What do you mean you got into some trouble? It was supposed to be just a simple, go and visit, do a job, steal some things.
There was a fire that we got blamed for. No, the captain knows me too well. She would know that I'd be like.
It's 19 on the die.
Okay, you do know.
Looking at you a little
Very
bit, just sort
Liddy
of
did
cocks
not
your
start
head.
the fire.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out, I love the idea that the captain is like, what do you mean? You were supposed to go in and just rob the ruler of the city. What do you mean there's trouble?
What's so difficult about that?
Trouble?
She sort of cocks her head and says, were you followed?
Not I, but they did have sensor on me back, and they had us tracking on the staff that I had. It was really nice stuff. I wish I still had it, but they tracked it. So we got rid of those items, took my shirt off, and I'm good.
Okay, not sure how the shirt fits into it, but as long as they're not coming to my ship. So, you said the others are going to be coming by ship.
Little boat, rowboat, I think they mentioned.
Okay.
And they're going to
So,
rope to the side,
That
and
must-
we'll have to have a rope down for them.
Fine then. Well, go downstairs, tell Fabio to send out to put a rope down.
All right.
And then point over because DM doesn't know what side. On that side of the boat, away from the docks.
Be starboard, because port is port for a reason.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh my god, today I learned.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does make sense.
Eventually, as you head out and head downstairs, you find Fabio, down there, a couple of boards, boarding up the hole that was in the
Yeah,
storage
look at that.
area.
Oi, Fabio, look alive! Get the rope!
Oh, no, okay, what?
We're lowering
Why?
it over the side.
Okay.
Put some knots in it so they can climb up easier.
Just sort of scratches his head a little bit. Starts trying to knot the rope, and as he's taking care of that and starting to bring it up to jump over, we're going to jump over to Jack and Artemis, who are heading back south around the river and to head over into the other dock area to try to steal a rowboat. So, eventually, as you guys get, takes you probably about 10-15 minutes to walk all the way back around there. As you both come to that same, well, actually, Art, this is the first few, but Jack, you've been here before. Come to this sign, you see the sign Troll Bridge. Looks to be about 3.5 or 4 feet wide. Just simple stone arched bridge. Stone, almost like cobblestone railings on the side of it. Railings are about 3 feet high. It's not... Actually, for the two of you, it's probably really comfortable because those railings are like shoulder high.
Are other denizens of the city going across this bridge normally about their business?
You don't see anyone across it right now. But as you're looking at Elsie, go ahead and make a survival check.
Well, the dice is a 2. And with my survival modifier, 3.
There are houses on the other side of it. So
Oh,
there's gotta be
really?
a way for it's gotta be used to come across.
Okay. I mean, I already crossed it. Did I cross it once already? No, I didn't.
No one. You passed by it as you were following Furia.
Okay.
Because basically Furia came down and out to the river down at. Oh, that's not my pinger. Furia came out down to the river somewhere out like over here, and then followed up north. You guys just walked by the sign that said Troll Bridge.
Artemis, why do you think it is called? Oh, I don't know this. I can't read.
I
All
was
these
wondering that too.
points. I forgot this.
I forgot about that.
You've been taught, but I don't know. I don't know if you could. It's a simple word, but
Jack, do you think there's an actual troll underneath this bridge?
What? Why you think there's troll?
Oh, it says troll bridge.
Oh, and what? It seemed like there would be kind of a problem if there was a troll on the bridge in the middle of the city. No, probably.
That's a good point.
Probably fine. No, she's sort of like looking around. She's like, I don't want to ask anyone, as it would be probably make us seem like we are stupid if we ask the troll on bridge if we go. What we do.
Probably just a nickname, maybe.
Must be, I think. No, there is houses on the other side. This is the only thing that I know for sure that I can see. This must be. It's fine. We cross. I think. No, don't see anyone is follow us. It look like we have evade the guards at the port.
There's no weird looking stones.
Go ahead and make a. Call this an investigation check.
Oh. 6.
That is some nice stonework. Looks the same as the street you're walking on.
Optimus, if I know one thing is for sure, nothing is get past us. Let us cross the toll bridge.
Yes, closer to the ground, if we can see everything.
I think if we are able to find a rowboat that someone has been foolish enough to leave their oar in, then it will be easy. If we are not able to find this, then we must. Well, Lydia's not here right now. If we have to forcibly take someone's robot from them, I will do the talking, I think. No, maybe you look practice angry face from now until we get there.
I will try my best.
Okay, good.
As you guys start to make your way over the bridge, it's actually not that bad for you two as you head over. Again, those railings are about shoulder high to the two of you.
How high did you say they were?
About 3 feet.
That is my head, sir. I am 3 feet.
Oh, it is. You, once you're on the bridge, you literally cannot see anything other than what's in front of you behind you. So yeah, you are perfectly comfortable. Meanwhile, if Lydia was walking on that, she would feel like she's going to fall off it.
Some of us just close their character sheet.
Eventually, you guys manage to make your way over to the other side. And you can see what looks to be very sort of crudely painted children's masks.
Well, that's creepy.
Green faces, pointed jaws. Looks like black yarn and thread glued to the top of it. And sitting on a sign that says Trollbridge.
Oh, I get it now. Well, that is a lot more quaint and adorable than I thought it was going to be. Oh dear. It's been a real emotional time.
Were you about to say a roller coaster of emotion, but then you realize that roller coaster don't exist in this world, and then
Exactly that, my friend.
A wooden roller coaster could exist, I suppose. Like a cart ride.
I know the owner of that. His name is Mario.
Oh, good.
As you guys start to make your way down and come down, though, all of a sudden, from a bush on the other side of the street,
If it was a fucking troll, I'm gonna be angry.
a very small creature,
Okay.
covered in green,
God damn it.
with the scraggly black hair jumps out, holding a stick. Beat it told! 2 copper each!
Click!
And turns and books it running. Stick
I
and
was,
mask
starting
falling on
to
the
look for their
ground.
pack, but okay. Oh, okay. Well then.
Cut away.
I thought we were supposed to be inconspicuous.
I wasn't. I'll be honest with you. He startled me. I was not ready.
Oh.
As you can
This
hear
one,
now,
if you ever ask Gilliam, it's not a good idea to try to wake me up while I am sleeping.
as you can hear, sounds of a crying child running southwards.
Oh, it is a good thing that he was not here.
I think that was a gunshot, William. I think you're right.
So as you guys are making your way over, about this time, William and Snowman, you guys have made it over to Ravensmoor. You're down. Ravensmoor area doesn't really have a dock. There's a walkway, there's a small railing so you can see out to the dock area, but it's about a 10 or 15 foot drop down into the water. As you're looking from where you are, you've probably got about a couple of 100 feet, maybe 100 yards or so to the ship. As you're looking out, both of you make perception checks for me.
Okay. Ooh,
Williams
net 20
is easy.
again. 23.
So both of you have no problem. As you guys manage to get over there, you can see the long flowing hair of your cabin boy is now tossed a length of rope down off the side of the ship. And as you're looking around, it doesn't seem to be anyone really around you.
Well,
last one's in the rotten egg.
all right. With that, he'll just take a step forward and leap in.
Okay. And just to make sure, what sort of armor are you wearing, Snowman, as you jump in?
Let me double check. Chainmail.
Oh, okay.
Eh.
So it's...
Why are you jumping in water wearing chain?
Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Okay.
And William, you're just wearing leather, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That is a 19.
Oh, okay. So is William, as you watch Snow Moon jump in, and it's not pretty. It's functional. He lands in the water. You manage to fall in. You seem to be swimming along. You've sailed enough. You are not really having any problem. Again, it's a little slow going for you. Still don't have a swim speed, but the Snow Moon really seems to be struggling a little bit. And as you're sort of staying beside him, nice leisurely, breaststroke, crawl stroke, showed off, Snow Moon sort of, doggy paddling to keep up with the surface. Eventually it takes you guys a little bit, but you both manage to make it over to the side of the ship. Eventually start crawling your way up to get onto the deck. Furia, at this point you have had plenty of time. Your short rest over, so you've got your bellies back if you need a hit dice, any of that fun stuff.
I haven't been hurt yet.
Oh, okay.
But I would have my 2 wild shapes back, so
Yep.
I would turn into my best imaginations, or I would copy a cat I've seen on a ship. Maybe look a bit scruffy.
Okay.
Definitely roll in the dirt before I leave the passageway. Maybe have one ear half bitten off or something like that, and start my way over to the ship.
Oh, okay. Easy enough to do. As you're making your way through and along the dock again, no one's paying you any mind. You look like a sort of scraggly stray cat. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
8.
Okay. There's a lot of legs around here. But you manage to make it through. Again, you catch the same notices of the guards, but you don't really pick up on anything beyond seeing them there. Eventually, you make your way up the plank right onto the ship without any problem. About this time, you're seeing William and Snowmoon starting to climb up on the side, and immediately sort of Fabio ushering them down under the deck to the crew's quarters in the storage area.
I would climb up onto a higher spot, say like a railing somewhere, and keep an eye out for the rest of my party. If they need assistance, maybe I could turn into a fish and, I don't know, not have them drown.
Okay.
But keep a swivel out for comings and goings and guards and and everything. But
Not a problem.
sending myself as a cat, the best life.
So as we jump back over to Jack and Artemis, making their way through the dock ward, heading out towards this small, it looks to be almost like a small like residential area. Looks like this is where a lot of the dock workers tend to live. Smaller, almost like ramshackle houses, very sort of run down and beat. As you guys start coming up to a couple, though, you do see that there are some there that seem to have like very small, almost like personal fishing boats and rowboats moored on their at the edge of the shore on their property. So as you're heading down, there's a couple of them that have looks to be like small, very again they're no more than like white picket fence style like gates around their area leading back towards the water. There's a couple you think you can get through fairly easily.
I'm going to try to find one that I think out of eye shot of anybody that we can sort of just drag to the water and set off with, trying not to be noticed too much.
As you're looking around, you don't really see anybody out and about right now. You can see some looking out into the water. You can see some boats off in the distance, but you don't really see anybody right. Whatchamacallit? You don't see anybody right in the area, so you're pretty confident that you should be able to grab any one of them and just take off.
All right, Artemis, let's go. We will get a boat and get out of here.
Sounds good.
Right, then let us be off and we will sail around to the far side and come from the... is there compass holes on this map? Let's see. We will approach the boat from over in this direction.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely retiring that one. So as you guys manage to take off, and Fear, you would notice this as you know where they're coming from. You do eventually see a small boat take off from that area and sort of make a wide berth out to the south and sort of banking around. About 10 minutes later, your two crew members, Jack and Art, eventually climb their way up with the rope on the side. And again, much the same, Fabio is waiting there, and as they come up, just sort of shooing them downstairs to meet up with everyone else.
Once we've gotten up onto the ship, I'm going to get a hold of something with which I don't know. Do we have some sort of a borer that we would put a hole in, like a barrel if we need to tap a barrel or something like this?
Definitely, there's got to be something like that on the ship.
I will equip myself with one of these and go back to our stolen rowboat, and I will drill a Bugs Bunny style hole right in the bottom and sink that bitch to the bottom of the bay after we are done.
We did lose a rowboat So we are one short on the ship.
Well, this is, I think there's no need to have stolen robot on the ship for everything.
True.
After a few moments, you watch as Jack gets shoot down, then immediately comes back up and climbs down. Back up a few minutes later, and you have now sunk a rowboat, terrified a small child, and have
It's a big day for Jack.
and have all made your way back to the ship. So as the party gathers back together and is preparing to plan what comes next, we'll call an end to tonight's session here.
Hooray!
As everyone has made it together with without actually having to battle any of those individuals.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
They were very threatened, but not killed by
So-
us.
Before we disappear, we do have to decide on the Nat 20, and I think it was pretty much already decided earlier tonight.
Oh.
As and Lennon, I don't know if you were here for this. If you weren't, I wish you were. Is,
No.
there was a moment earlier when the party asked Lydia. Well, basically, the old blind man she helped out is the one who put the tracker on her and made it so they could follow her.
Right.
And
Yeah, I
Lydia
was
looked
there
at the
for that.
And Lydia looked at the group and said, "Okay, well, where did he touch me?
Where did the old man?
Where did the old
Where
man
did the
touch
old
me?"
man touch me?
That plus the whole shirt thing
That's-
about
Yeah.
not
I
knowing
didn't
what
know
was
that
taken
was
off and
On the
not.
clothes, on her.
It just
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, that's an embarrassing mix-up. I'd give it anyways. You know, like you had to live with that. Like I think that deserves a nat 20 for sure.
Thank you guys. Even though it
So-
was because I'm silly.
but that's one of the wonderful things about D&D. So we will be back next week. And we got chat chiming in again for
Oh my goodness.
Frisky tonight with touchy old men chasing topless Lydia.
Oh my god, yes.
So we'll be back next time as our party apparently Jack has not reminded any of the party members yet, but Jack still has business to take care of in the city.
Right.
And at least Lydia knows that they have drawings of all of them. So they know who they're looking for.
Join us next week as we have an entire session where just Fabio does a bunch of stuff.
I don't get paid enough for this shit. 5,000 gold reward? Yeah, I'll tell you where they are.
Oh no.
Yeah, really.
So, don't forget, folks, when deciding to rob the ruler of a city and eventually making your way back to your captain, your ship, and talking to your captain, make sure they're not hungover or still drunk when you're talking to them. But don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. We'll be back next time, folks.
Bye bye.